Alright, we are live. And let me just get the overlay up. Yep, we're good. It's a bit choppy. Hold on a second. Okay. That'll have to do. Actually, I may need... Hold on a second. Alright, that should be better. Sunlight up. Okay. So, we are live, and we've got the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Brooklyn Nets in this matchup. Let's have a look at the starting five, and it is the exact same as has been the case for pretty much the entirety of the year. For the Blazers, well, they're coming off a 3-point win over the Knicks a few days ago, where Jeremy Grant had 28 free throws and he scored 44 overall. Starting five for them is not actually sure because the Blazers haven't posted it, so I'm going to check their PR and that'll probably say Damian Lillard is out, so it's going to be a pretty similar lineup to how they ran out last time they played us, aside from Dame. So they'll probably have Simons, and as well as the primary ball handler, and they'll have Nurkic, Jeremy Grant, Nasir Little, maybe Shaden Sharp. I'm not 100% sure. Josh Hart, definitely. But look, they're playing a very good brand of basketball at the moment, and I do think the other day we underestimated the Pacers because, the Pacers, they are now 11-7. And we went into it thinking, oh, this is just an easy game. This is a runaway victory. But in the end, we actually underestimated them too much and probably played down to their level. So I think the main focus from a coaching standpoint is to get the rotations right, because we got them wrong at the start of the last and it just stunted all forms of momentum. And from a player standpoint, we need to stay locked in the entire game, because the problem was we took our foot off the gas, and that resulted in us reopening the door and giving them that window of opportunity that they rightfully took, and were able to win the game. They scored 40 in the last quarter. So the intensity was lacking on the defensive side the entire game, but especially that quarter, it was more apparent. So we've got work to do. You can see Utah is still out. I do believe he's potentially the most important player on the roster, given every time he's been out of the team, it just seems like that same energy hasn't really transmitted across to the team. Keep Joe on the bench, 100%. He's got to find his groove. It's going to happen at some point, but it has been a pretty prolonged period of struggle for Joe. He's got the Blazers at over 5.5. I mean, I reckon that's a pretty good prediction. I reckon you could potentially get up on the deal or the bet there. It's going to be an interesting game. I mean, I don't know what our record is at the Barclays this year, but it feels like, it's another window of opportunity for the Blazers to get up, another one of these young teams that, against the odds, could easily pick up a W, and catch us off guard, like we've done on quite a few occasions. I mean, we've shown that vulnerability pretty much at some point in every game this season, so we've just got to play a full game of basketball. It's really that simple. It's not rocket science. That's all it comes down to. So we're getting ready to get underway, I do believe. They're starting Jeremy Grant, Nurkic, Winslow, who probably is getting that tough assignment on Kevin Durant. And even though offensively they may struggle, more so than they did last game, defensively they're probably better suited with, Jeremy Grant and Winslow. There's a bit more flexibility in switching, and same with Josh Hart as well. So, this game's starting at 7 a.m, by the way. I cannot believe I've woken up for this. A strong level of dedication and commitment to the cause being displayed here. So, hopefully they reward me, because it won't be worthwhile if we lose at all. So, we'll see how we go. I have no idea why it's doing that. Okay. Alrighty. Game's probably a few minutes from getting underway. They're just calling out the lineups right now. And as I said, keys to the game is playing a full game, not falling into old habits in the second half. I don't know how many times this year we start the game on fire, distribute the ball, get assists. Team makes a pretty drastic second half adjustment on the defensive side, and we can never manage to navigate our way through. I mean, we had 19 assists in the first half last game and ended with 27. So you can see we've fallen off, and as much as KD was lights out in the last quarter, I'd argue we played worse in the last quarter because we had more ISOs and tried to force the ball to KD basically on every possession. That's why he had 75% of our points on that basis. And sure, he was shooting him at a high percentage, but please explain how we gave away 40 and only scored 23 in the last, with KD scoring 18. I mean, in the first quarter we scored 35 and KD scored 8. So go figure. Can't fall into that same trap. We're getting ready to tip off now. I mean, please, oh please, just get a win this game. I'd argue the most important player on the Nets is missing in this game in Utah. So, look, offensively we should be able to halt them. But trust someone like Jeremy Grant to get another 35 piece and Simons to get 30 and get them over the line. Because they're not a very deep roster, but they obviously scored 132 the other night, and I don't really know who scored outside of Jeremy Grant with that 44 points. I mean, granted, I didn't even know he had 44 points in that game. So, regardless, we're getting ready to tip off. And let's hope that this game delivers. That is so loud for this time of morning. Okay. So they're not very tall in the backcourt. You know, we've got 3 players 6'10" or taller, and they've got 4 players under 6'8". So, in terms of size, we should be out rebounding them. Outside of Nurkic, who I would not be mildly surprised if he ends up getting like 25 and 15 in this game. Anyway, game about to commence. Those who have just joined us, welcome. And yeah, this is going to be the full live stream. Let me just actually get the thingy up. Sugar. Hold on. Here we go. It's time for tip-off. Here we go. And we're off. So Portland commence proceedings through Winslow. And now Simons to Grant and Winslow on the outside. And we've already got an early foul. And we already know that the free throw disparity last game, 38 free throws to 10 in the favour of the Pacers. And that was the difference. Among other things, but discipline was the problem. And already a foul 15 seconds into the game isn't really helping in that respect. Grant fade away on the baseline is off. And it's going to be a net rebound. So Kyrie to Clax. And now Ben in the post. Tries to drive on Hardy, kicks it back out. KD top of the key. Drive, gets past defender. Claxton sent the defender in the air. And we've got a bucket. That is the first of the game. That is excellent ball movement. We're no stranger to this in the first half. This is not surprising one bit. Winslow drives on Kyrie. Kick out to Josh Hart in the corner. And now Nurkic in the post on Clax. Simons for 3, catch and shoot is good. And defensively, we cannot protect the perimeter. Just generally speaking. Simmons. Now Clax. KD from the edge of the paint. Claxton with the putback. Yes. And mind you, I'm a little bit more reserved with my reaction at the moment, because it is 7:15 in the morning. So, a little bit quieter for this one. Josh Hart, kick out to Winslow on the wing, and that is good. I mean, really, we've already conceded 2 threes. No resistance. Ben all the way to the paint, and an easy score off the glass. That's also very easy. You take those. So now Simons. Driving kick to Winslow. Same spot again. And he's off this time. And Ben with the rebound. I mean, I'm going to live with Justice Winslow threes because he doesn't shoot them at a high clip. Ben tried the no-look. Didn't work. Deflected. We get it back. And now Kyrie to Royce. And back to Ben in the post, who is guarded by Simons. Significant size mismatch. Skip pass to Royce. Drive and spin. Shoot and score. So 8-6 early going. So Simon's now in a switch to Hart on the wing. And now Grant's going to... Well, he's not going to shoot the 3. Had an open look there. Drives it and kicks it out to Winslow. Hand off to Nurkic. Nurkic shooting 3s. I didn't think I'd see that in 2022. He missed it. And now Ben to KD. Gets past the closeout. Shoots at the elbow and got it. And this is what he didn't do enough of. Getting past the closeout. He was settling for too many threes last game. He shot 8 and made 1. Well, at least up until the end of the third, and then he caught fire, but regardless, not shooting him at a great percentage. Simons hits back iron on the 3. Josh Hart kick out on the offensive rebound. Jeremy Grant misses, and the Nets will get the rebound and get it going. KD bounced past to Claxton under the basket. He lost it and got it back. Kyrie's got a wide open 3. Oh, for fuck's sake, he's got so many wide open 3s this season, especially as of recent, and just has not been able to convert for his life. Simons has got it. Now Jeremy Grant shoots over KD. Tough shot, and he's got it. So they've made a few tough shots early. 10-9 is the score. They've had 7 3-point attempts already. It's going to be a kickball off Portland and a side out early on in this game. So it's been a decent start. We have conceded all our points off 3-pointers, so I don't really know how you want to take that. Kyrie to Royce. Bit of passing around the perimeter. Blazers go into a zone. Ben missed the floater. And it was a fairly good shot selection. And the Blazers go the other way. And the Nets commit a foul. So we've had just about 5 minutes elapse early in this game. And it is a 10-9 lead. Simons heading to the free throw line. And he will take 2 shots. So the first free throw coming up is good. Lead is now non-existent. Game is tied. How was that a foul? He swatted the ball. Simons makes both. Lead is back in the hands of the Blazers. And so it's 11-10. And KD will receive the pass from Ben. Bounce pass to Royce on the wing. And now KD's going to come up and use the screen set by Clax. Royce O'Neal catch and shoot 3s off. Ben tries the putback and is unsuccessful. Transition. Grant, backdoor cut. Josh Hart is good. And we're going to get a timeout. So it's been... Well, 3-point game. Obviously, you're losing, and on face value, it's not great. But look, it hasn't been a bad start, if we're going to be honest. Let's just have a quick look at... why did it just change my entire... It just changed my entire... setup. What is going on here? There we go. That was so weird. Why did it do that? So that's the scoreline currently. Let me just get the thingy up. Okay. Alright, so you can see the box score at the moment. 3-pointers, I mean, nearly everyone has taken a 3-point shot. And you can see at the moment they've had a bit of success from there. Which, I mean, what's new? Every single time we seem to play teams, we always give them a good 3-point shooting night. And naturally, the stats would point towards that. For us specifically, I mean, it hasn't been a bad start. We've made 5 of our 10 shots, but we haven't made a 3 and we haven't kept them off the line yet. So right now, probably got to home in on fixing that up. Are they wearing the City jerseys? I'm going to have to double check that because I haven't really paid attention to what they're wearing. I think they're wearing the black unis. What you'll think the final score will be, I made a bet on FanDuel. I mean, I'm not the person to give valid betting advice. Though I do think this game... I don't know what the line is. I don't know what the line is on FanDuel. If it's +2... I think it's +250. And if it is +250 or over 250... I would back that to come to life in this game. Potentially both teams could score 125. 250 seems awfully high though. I could be wrong. Currently this game though doesn't seem to be on pace for that. Anyway, Ben's on the bench and Claxton would stay in. So it looks like Seth Curry or Joe have checked in, and it is Seth. Sumner's also playing, didn't get any minutes last game and probably deserved it on the back of some good minutes. Or he usually offers a few good minutes. KD with a nice little runner. He usually offers some really good minutes, just high energy minutes, and especially when we couldn't defend the perimeter, he should have been on the court when we couldn't get stops with that really shit guard lineup. Or oh, that is poor. That shit forward lineup, should I say, with Morris, Simmons, and Claxton. He should have been on the court, not Morris. If anything. So, Portland just scored off a backdoor cut. KD gets doubled, and now we're going to find the open man. Sumner drives, extra feed, Claxton. That has to be a foul. No, it's not. And the Blazers go the other way. Josh Hart, quick. And Simons misses the three, and Claxton comes in for the rebound. Sumner, the other way, Euro, kick out to Royce, cross-court pass, Seth Curry, wide open three is good, and that is the ball movement we are longing for. So 5:30 to play in this quarter. Game is tied. Simons, quick trigger is good. Man, Sumner, I mean, that's not awful defense, but you've got to deny it. You've got to deny it. You can't even let him get that shot up because he's proving to make those already. KD guarded on Josh Hart, and it's a foul and one. Let's get this bread. So free throws coming up for Kevin Durant, an extra. After he just converted a 2 whilst getting hacked. And that's just excellent ball movement on that Seth Curry 3, which we just got treated to a replay of. And by we, I mean I. And so Kevin Durant converts the free throw, and we are once again tied. So plenty of lead changes early on in this game. Fairly back and forth, teams making and missing shots. Good defense at times. Nurkic in the post on Sumner. O'Neal comes to help, and now... Oh, that is excellent. Excellent by Royce. Came over to help, then basically owned the switch and ended up on Nurkic and then, well, on an island, and was able to draw the offensive foul. So 4:50 to play in this first quarter. What is Kyrie doing? Well, right now he's been pretty much a non-factor at the moment. He's on the court though, so I would actually no, he's not on the court. Seth Curry to KD. Screen. KD gets to his spot and scores another 2. You need him to get 12 first half points. I don't think he's getting there. Unless he has a ripper second quarter. Simons again. Shoots a tough contested mid-range. And I mean, we live with those. But we're going to get a foul on the floor. And that's infuriating because it looked like we had secured the rebound or had the territory in the paint. Owned the real estate. You know, Nurkic was probably the only one that was well, basically any threat. Oh, they're trying the backdoor cut again. This time it goes out of play. We've got to be mindful of that because it looks like they've been really trying to force that pass quite a bit early on. I mean, that was the third time they tried it. The first two times it was successful. And obviously, if it works twice, then it's worth another shot. Again, KD looked for the alley-oop and Claxton was held up. But unfortunately for the Blazers, no rebound, and it will be shots for Clax. I knew I should have betted on KD. In all fairness, yeah, he probably would have gotten 12 in the first quarter. I don't know how many he has right now, but he looks like he's poised for an easy 12. Nurkic goes to the bench, and that is favourable. It means Eubanks needs to come into the game. Claxton misses free throw 1. So lead is 2. 4 minutes to play. It's been pretty close the entirety of the way. I'd like to see the stat on what the biggest margin has been. Blazers get it ahead very quickly, and that's just an easy layup. I mean, I don't know what the defense was doing. Two players were trying to trap the inbounder, and that meant Watford could take it from end to end. So KD now, screen by Clax. KD guarded by Eubanks. Isolation, shoots and hits back iron. That's not what you want. You want a high percentage shot, and you also want passing. Neither of which occurred there. Shadon Sharp just airballed a fadeaway. And he was scorching when he last played us. Seth Curry, drive, nice little dribble move. Nice cross, kick out to Royce, extra feed Kevin Durant, and another pass to Curry. Yes, for 3. And it's 24-20. So now Simons, pick by Eubanks. We're going to get a foul. That's just done by Clax. We're going to get a timeout. And it is 24-20. Seth Curry's knocked down a couple threes, and he's been our main source of offense from the outside. Let's have a look at the box score, which is already up. What do you know? I forgot to change it back. So you can see what's going on there. Simons with 8 points. And he's made 2 threes, been to the line once. So yeah, he's been their main source of offense. That is not surprising one bit to me. If you look at their bench, it's not really speaking to you, is it? Apart from those 3, and even they don't really speak to you. Nasir Little, I don't know if he's playing or not, but you just look at that team, and there's not going to be a lot of offense coming out of that. But I mean, they're going to have to step up regardless of, what they've contributed in the past. 7 to 15 from the field. I would like to see that free throw number. Let's have a look right now. Their free throw number sits at... They've only been at the line once. But there's been quite a few fouls, I would imagine. If we look at the Nets, KD with 9 and 2 assists. Ben, right on cue of you asking, he's got 2 points, 3 boards, 2 dimes, so he's been not too bad. He's missed a couple shots, but they haven't been bad looks. He would have made those in prior games when he was scorching. Kyrie's been really quiet. I mean, he's got straight donuts everywhere. Clax has got 5. Royce has got 2. So Seth Curry off the bench with a nice little 6 points. Couple threes made, no misses, which is always nice. And if we look at shooting numbers, 10 of 17, 2 of 4 from 3. It's been pretty good. in regards to percentages. So we're getting the good looks. We've got to keep this going. I cannot stress it enough. It always happens this way, where we start well and it always descends into madness because we don't distribute the ball. So 24-20 at the moment. So yeah, 24-20. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like. And if you're new, subscribe. We're back here tomorrow for Nets Orlando. And I mean, surely we win that game. But they will have our hands full. Eubanks with an easy pick and roll and no resistance on the inside. Like from Bol to Banchero to Wagner to Jalen Suggs, there's going to be a player that's going to be a problem. KD just travelled, supposedly, so it's going to be a turnover. And it will be Blazer ball. So 2:23 to go, quarter one. Winslow will bring it up. Jeremy Grant's going to shoot a three. I mean, KD went under the screen. Oh, that is fucking hideous, Ben. That was atrocious. The ball was there for you to get on the rebound, and he just watched. Nurkic took it, and now they have another opportunity. Although Ben picks up the steal and then lost the ball again. But luckily, the shot clock did not reset. It didn't count as Ben. Oh, as fucking if. They said Ben had possession. So it's going to be Portland ball again on a full shot clock. That is a joke. Let's have a look. Damn. I thought we had the rebound there. Well, I thought we had possession at some point. Unfortunately, it's just irresponsible by Ben there. I mean, he had a couple opportunities to secure. Just piss farting around with it. Or not having any knack on the defensive end to get that rebound. Anyway, we do secure this time round after their shot hit back iron. Curry for threes off. Kyrie with the rebound. Sumner with the mid-range, and it's good. From the elbow. That's well done. And Kyrie, his first play of the game, which is good. Contributed positively. So Jeremy Grant will feed Watford in the post. Spin move. And Watford airballed the floater. Ben, oh my god, he's going very quickly in transition. KD, for fuck's sake, man. Another miss. Winslow, sharp catch and shoot is off as well. And so Ben will take it downhill again. Kick out to Kyrie. Curry's got another three. Yes! I mean, that is way too easy. Don't ask me how he had an open look like that. And that's Seth Curry's third three of the contest. Jeremy Grant drive. Got past Ben, and that is a very tough shot. Ben not doing a great job of keeping Jeremy Grant in front. Ben will control. We're going to get a timeout with 24.9. That's a really odd time to take a timeout. So we'll set the shot clock to what it is, 24.9. And I'm not going to change the box score, but I will tell you from my phone what's going on with regards to the box score. Jeremy Grant with 5. Simons with 8. KD's got 9. And Seth Curry's got 9 as well. So, not a bad... You're not a bad first quarter. I mean, we've got the lead, we've got the ascendancy. So 29-24. Scoreline. Hope someone isn't hurt. No. I think just Jacques Vaughan wants us to end the quarter on a high. And logistically, that actually is a pretty smart idea. Joe Harris is going to come in for the offensive possession. You'd put your best offensive lineup in. So it's going to be Ben on the floor with Seth, Joe Harris, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. Probably the best offensive weapons you've got. And Kyrie gets to his spot and scores from the elbow in the mid-range. And that's his first points of the game. So we've held them to 6 points in the last 5 minutes. Screen arrives by Simons. Grant gets past, missed the layup. Good box out, Joe. Come on, Kyrie. Shoot it. One-legged three. And that's the first quarter. 31-24. And that's with Kyrie having scored 2 points. So, look, once again, the ball movement's popping. And it remains no surprise to me because this happens every game. We start well and slowly, descend into old habits. So, I mean, second quarter incoming. It's been a relatively good start. I mean, they haven't really made a lot of their shots as of late, Portland. So we've just got to keep forcing him into those really tough, low percentage shots, or shots that are difficult for these Portland players' standards. Because, they obviously don't have Dame. And there goes the shot creation. But Simons is probably the number one, the clear number one. And then you've got a real, raffle for the second best offensive player. I mean, given our struggles on the interior in terms of getting offensive rebounds, you'd back Nurkic to be the second best. But Jeremy Grant probably also has the ability, as shown with that 44-point performance the other day. So, this is going to be a test. Should have passed it to KD on that last possession. He was wide open. I think he was very conscious of the shot clock. I do understand the thinking. If he just had a little bit more periphery and just opened up the vision a little bit more, a little bit wider, then potentially would have had another look. But I could have also argued that KD should have just, cut to the basket. He should have attracted the defender a little bit more to the paint because Kyrie ended up shooting over 2. So if KD cuts to the basket, potentially, you would have either had a wide open 3 or you would have had a wide open 2. Poole Joe, I mean, you got to give him minutes. I mean, who else are you going to give minutes to? David Duke's out. Utah's out. In terms of guards, do you want Patty Mills in the game or do you want Joe in the game? In terms of wings, we don't have any. So we're going to have to buy our time. And look, I back Joe to hit his shots. Here he is now. He's going to shoot. Oh my God, yeah, well, that 3, that was well short. And usually you back him in to hit those, man. Man, he's had a really tough season. Nurkic to the bucket. And, I mean, that's a very good thought process. Just try to bully your way to the basket and get up shots, especially with Ben at the 5. Kyrie moving two-pointer at the mid-range is off. Alright, so Winslow got it by Irving on the outside. And now Nurkic. Post up on Ben. And once again, it's the same move, but it's a miss. And Seth Curry gets the board. Ben, that pass is way too hot for Royce. Although he saved it as he was falling out of play. And now Ben will look for Seth Curry. On the wing, good screen by Ben. Open look for Seth and another miss. We've got to ping the ball around a little bit more and get those open looks. Jeremy Grant in a switch. Kyrie's on Nurkic in the post. This is not going to end well. Actually, it is. Kyrie with the active hands. Oh my god, the pass. That was never on. Seth Curry tried a half-court pass to Ben. Fumbled the alley-oop, and now Portland the other way. So 1-on-1, Grant shoots over Ben, and that is just a tough shot. It's good defense. So, couple early turnovers here, and we cannot fall into these habits of looking for a pass that is just absolutely not on. And there's going to be a timeout by Jacques Vaughn. And granted, we have conceded a couple turnovers, haven't made a shot in this quarter. That is a very sensible option. And you can take some time to draw the right play up. So, yeah, that's... I mean, the situation, the fact is we're winning, which is always a positive. I mean, that's the only thing that matters at the end. But in terms of the eye test, I mean, Kyrie's got to be a little bit more aggressive and get a few more touches, but not take those bullshit mid-ranges. I mean, he's an incredible player at the basket, so you've got to get him in the paint. And just have Ben hovering around there so he can, potentially even impact as well and get those open looks if it's not going to be Kyrie. I just think we've got to force as many misses as possible, and that starts on offense, and it also ends in offense. Starts in offense because you make your shots, you can get back and set up quicker, and it ends on offense because you're getting more looks and you're breaking out in transition if you can get the stops. So, I mean, we're shooting the ball pretty well. The ball's moving average. Not as good as the Pacers game. I mean, we scored 94 in 3 quarters and all was good with the world. And then, last quarter comes around, the ball movement stops. And we saw what happened. So, yeah, not ideal. If you want to be notified of when I stream next, which is tomorrow, make sure to subscribe to the show and also like the stream if you are enjoying. If you have any feedback for the stream, if you have any suggestions about anything else you want in the stream, then let me know. But for the moment, all is good. And it's going to be side out with Kyrie bringing the ball in. So Ben's got it. And now Seth, hand off to Kyrie, who's freed up by the Ben screen momentarily. Spin move by Kyrie, and his shot was blocked by Jeremy Grant. That is some very good verticality. So Kyrie's missing an awful lot of shots. Grant on the roll, and right now we're just looking shit house because we have no one on the interior to stop anyone. I mean, all their baskets they've scored have been in the paint. No surprise, Seth Curry behind the back finds Kyrie in the corner. Extra feed, Joe. Handoff. What was that pass by Ben? Seth, you got to shoot it. One-legged floater is good. Very disjointed possession. And it's 33-30, not 33-28. Blazers did score on the other end. And once again, the same play. And Jeremy Grant scores again under the basket. It's way too easy. Joe Royce is going to get a look. And he misses a wide open three. I mean, that was a shot that probably needs to go down more often than not. We're going to get a foul on Joe Harris, and that is one of the softest fouls I've ever seen in my life. But they're just playing really smart at the moment. Really, really smart. There's no one that's stopping them on the interior. It's really that simple. They set one pick and roll. Grant goes to the basket. And, well, it's pretty much curtains from there. Nurkic is still in with Grant, and we're deciding to play small ball. Don't know if I'm a fan of this. Grant to Hart in the corner. They got to shoot it. One-legged shot is good, and fucking hell, that is trash. Ben to Kyrie. He's got an open look. He gives it to Joe in the corner. Joe, come on, man. So frustrating. I don't know what Joe's percentages are in the last 3 games, but he has been so bad from 3. I mean, we know the philosophy. The shots are going to fall at some point. You've got to keep shooting. But at the moment, it is just not happening for Joe at all. The man is struggling so badly. I don't know what it is. I mean, he's come off surgery. That is another look at the basket. And we're going to get a goaltend. Two points in 5 minutes. Yep. Ooh, that's a really tough one on the goaltend. Bit of a line ball call there. Ben to Royce O'Neal and now to Seth Curry. He's going to feed Kyrie. We've scored 2 points in 5 minutes, as Ray has informed us. Kyrie scores off the glass to double that. And we're just going to be smart. We've got to look for the best shot, man. And we're getting some good looks. They're leaving Joe wide open, which I wouldn't have thought would be the case in 2022, but whatever. We're going to get another foul, and this time it's Royce O'Neal picking it up. I just don't understand. I mean, it is a foul, but KD gets those fouls, or doesn't get those fouls on a regular basis. He constantly is denied the ball, and the refs just shed a blind eye. Who the hell is coming in for Portland? So 36-35, 6:55 to play. I mean, Jacques Vaughn is upset. It looks like he's arguing it was way too late for them to check players in. Oh, that is so trash, man. Cam Thomas going under a screen. Oh my god. What the fuck are they doing? Cam Thomas going... That was an awful sequence. Cam Thomas, who is in the game, going under the screen on Josh Hart and leaving him wide open. Then them getting the offensive rebound and Jeremy Grant scoring a basically uncontested 3, and us also fouling under the basket and giving them an N1. Wow, a 16-4 run in the last 4:48. And that's basically the entirety of the second quarter. Kyrie waiting for a pass. O'Neal kick out of Cam. You got to pass it, Cam. Instead, he shoots and misses. If Joe's not going to score shots, Cam has to. And if Cam's not scoring shots, well, then we've got an issue. We've got a big issue. So, KD's going to come in with 6:14 of play. He's had an adequate rest of about 6 minutes. Kyrie goes to the bench. It's 40-35. Simons to Josh Hart. Back to Simons. That's an easy drive, and he missed a layup. Bit unlucky. Seth Curry. To Royce. Cam Thomas, man, could have shot the three. Instead, goes for the short runner and scores. So that's a much higher percentage look. I'd much rather he does that than, shoots a wide open three and potentially misses. So Simon's in a switch. Guarded by Clax. Bounce pass to Little. Oh, that is atrocious, man. What is Cam doing? Honestly, don't know who's worse. Cam or Joe on defense. That is ridiculously easy. What even is that, man? Stay ahead of your man, for God's sake. So exhausting. We have not gotten stops in this quarter. Fucking ridiculous. Cam, Royce, now Seth Curry on the wing. We're going to get a foul on Little. See, Portland have only fouled 4 times in this game. What does that tell me? It tells me we haven't driven to the basket and been aggressive enough. And that's exactly what happened last game, and it's happening again. Royce gets past the defender. KD to Seth. Had the defender in the air. Knocks down the three. Finally, a shot gets to go. Seth Curry is carrying us from the outside. We're shooting it at 50%. The problem is, Portland are shooting at 52%. Simons, guarded by Royce on the outside. And now Eubanks in the paint. He can find Grant, who's wide open. And he was held or tapped on the arm. It did not matter. He scored the three anyway. And Grant's got 17. In the blink of an eye, Claxton. Beautiful dime by KD. The alley-oop. How many free throws have we had in this game? I would love to see if we've actually had a shot. Apart from that KD and one in the first quarter, I reckon that's the only shot we've had from there. Little for three. He's short on the three. It looked very much in line. And Ben and Kyrie getting ready to come in for the last 4 minutes of the game, or first half. Royce fakes the pass, drive, and that's a good idea. That's some good thinking by Royce because, as I just said, we haven't been aggressive enough. And why shoot a three when you have an opportunity to get past the closeout, drive it, and potentially draw a foul because the Blazers are reeling? You gotta think. So Royce makes free throw number 1. The lead is 3. I would argue this has been a pretty bad second quarter, and we're still only, down 3 in the half. I mean, that first quarter sort of compensates, but at the same time, yeah. Second free throw is good. The lead is now down to 2 for Portland. We just got to get stops at the moment. Winslow to Grant. Royce guarding him on the switch. He posts up and now shoots, falling away. It's a tough shot. And KD with a very strong rebound. Royce, drive again, extra feed, and he was fouled. And that's well done again by Royce. It's all about being aggressive. All about being aggressive. Oh, Kyrie, quick trigger, and it's a 3, and we're back in front. A nice little 7-0 run in the last minute or so since, KD's come in. We've gotten a few stops, gotten a couple big rebounds. Simons, guarded by Clax, 1-on-1. Cam goes for help and then leaves Hart open in the corner. Fucking hell. Is that our only solution, to double and then concede a wide open 3? Why does it feel like players on other teams can double and not get punished from 3? Kyrie behind the back. Oh, KD with the 3 rewards the good play. And Kyrie with the setup. 2:20 to play. Simons again in an ISO with Clax. Shoots the step back 3. Misses. Oh my god. And what the hell happened there? It's going to be a timeout. Simons missed the 3 so badly. Ben Simmons didn't know where the ball was. It landed in the lap of Eubanks as he cut back door. And then just threw it in the air. Straight up. And didn't even get remotely close to the basket. And it's a travel. So we're going to get the ball again. So, as much as I could say we've played bad defense, we've only conceded 49 in the half. So, I really don't know what to say, to be honest, in that regard. Because I thought we were much worse. But overall, I'm actually happy with this half, given we've had the second quarter's not been great by any stretch, but it feels like we've conceded more points. And it feels like we've struggled to score the amount of points we've scored, but we've still scored it anyway. If that makes any sense. That was pretty hard to follow. Yeah, right now I don't know if I actually prefer Kyrie to get in the game. He's gotten into the game a little bit more in the second, which obviously we're going to need, given he's taken shots, but he hasn't taken them at a very high volume, and he hasn't made them at a high volume either. Cam and Joe need to get better on defense or trade them, because on offense, neither are giving nothing. Well, in response to that, I don't think Cam and Joe are getting better on defense. I think offense is where they're going to be the difference. If they can find their shot on offense, it is going to be so hard to cover, because you send KD to the bench and you've got to worry about Joe and Cam because they're both on fire. And granted, people calling for Joe's head need to give the man time, and also his value is at an astronomical low at the moment. If he can find his shot, then he's a value on asset. He's an asset that's valuable, should I say? He's a valuable asset in a trade. Number one. And just from our team's standpoint, if he stays with the team, he's also going to benefit us greatly when he's firing. He's struggled, but him, Seth, KD, and Kyrie are all shooting well under their career averages. So, How is there no foul on Winslow there? Like, he's allowed to do that on KD, but we're not allowed to, use a little bit of the body on our defensive side. Claxton finds Cam. You got to shoot at Cam. What is this? It's... Oh my god. What is he doing? He just goes into the mid-range and rolls it back out with 3 seconds left. He's not even looking at the basket when he turns around. Why is Sumner not getting minutes? Claxton, good read. Saved it. And unfortunately just passed it to no one. So Simons fetches the ball in the backcourt. And now Nurkic. Claxton does it again. Good defense. Nurkic kick out to Grant. And of fucking course they score. Man, seriously, this guy is ridiculous. Cam, the reverse, he missed the layup. Are you kidding me? And now Josh Hart. Oh, that is unforgivable. Winslow backdoor cut, unguarded. Fucking hell. KD into the paint. Oh, that is unbelievable. He's falling on the ground, Kevin Durant, when he releases that shot. He's practically parallel with the ground and still managed to A, get a shot up, and B, score the shot. Ooh, KD hurt his ankle there. Little bit of a roll by the looks. I mean, when his legs are twigs... That's got to hurt, but he's still up. This guy's amazing. Man just got up off rolling his ankle and is just playing defense like nothing happened. Sumner's in the game, so Jacques has heard my calls for a change. Cam is on the bench, and Clax concedes an unnecessary foul. And it will be free throws for Nurkic. I don't know why he's fouling him out there. He's not a threat out there. Why would you do that? Fucking hell. Free throw one is good. Second free throw is good. I didn't think Nurkic was a free throw shooter like that. So Kyrie... Both teams have made 21 field goals and attempted 40. It's pretty even. Kyrie's got a wide open three. Hit that. Yes! Game is tied. Come on. Simons. Oh, that was close. Sumner just fouled Nurkic on the roll and Simons let the shot off. I mean, that's a pretty dumb foul. But, Simons also hit the three, so that would be an absolute travesty if that's a 3+1. Nurkic makes another free throw. That's not even close. I mean, it is close, but not quite Anthony. Nurkic finally missed the free throw. I mean, about time. And so the Nets will hold for a good possession, wind down the shot clock. So Kyrie to KD. He's doubled. Kyrie. Oh, beautiful. Showed the ball, missed it, and then Claxton missed the putback. We're going to get a foul. And it is on Winslow. Under the basket. We got a bit lucky there. Kyrie, that's a good move. The shot didn't fall. Claxton tried the putback, and Winslow went over the top. So free throws for Claxton. After obviously he was fouled during the putback, and the free throw is good. And so Claxton will shoot another free throw. And the free throw is also good. And so it's a 1 point lead. Simons, one-on-one with Sumner. Tries to get past him. Good defense. 2 seconds. 1. And that's excellent defense. And Josh Hart tweaked his ankle by the looks. And that's the half. 58-57. It looks like we could be in for yet again another close game. Look, what the fuck is that? Nurkic just fully extended his arm right in front of the ref on KD. Thrust him aside and no foul. How many times does KD get pinged for an offensive foul for doing the exact same thing? Kessler is playing bad this year. Too afraid he's attacked to rim. That's 100% correct as well. Cam, Kessler, Joe, you're getting the same thing at the moment. The best thing to do is just ride the wave with Joe and not play him much, but play him enough that you give him the opportunity to try get those shots that he's been missing all this time. Because if he sits on the bench, he's never gonna get the shot back, and you're basically just letting the man rot. So as much as he's negatively contributing in his minutes, you've got to give him the chance to, find his shot eventually. As much as that's too low percentage, or as much as at the moment it's low percentage. Wait till TJ Warren comes back, see what he can bring. TJ Warren will be a very good asset if he finds his pre-injury form. That'll just be another thing that defenses have to deal with, and that our offense will have. Another aspect. If we look at the box score, and you can see how we're going at the moment, shooting the ball pretty well in both 3-point territory and normally. Seth with 14 off the bench, and in some good minutes, and KD with 15, Kyrie with 10. So a much better quarter by Kyrie Irving in that quarter. Just getting involved. I mean, he had donuts in his entire box score in the first quarter. So good to see him getting on the score sheet and getting involved. Clax with 9 as well. That's good. We just need Ben to get in the game a little bit more. I mean, he's got 6 boards and 4 assists. If he can get a little bit more aggressive, though, then that'll go a long way, I think. Because I don't think Seth Curry shooting the way he's shooting is sustainable. If we just look at the turnover count and other stuff, and these are statistics I want you to make a mental note of and refer to when the game's up. Turnovers right now. Look at the turnovers. Only 4 turnovers. Remember that number. If that number is above 15 by the end of the game, we're losing. Actually, if that number's above 12, we're losing. I'm going to make a bold call and say that. If that number's above 12, we're losing this game. And if it's under, we're winning. If it's on 12, we're also winning. Anything over 12, we're losing. Free throw number 7 of 8. That's much better than the last game where we only had 10 in its entirety. I mean, we haven't hit that number yet, but we've got to remain aggressive. And back into that first quarter, we, for the best part of a quarter and 3 quarters, we had 3 free throws. And at the end, we just beefed it up a little bit, and we've got the lead back. So you're seeing what happens when you drive it to the basket. You're getting high percentage looks number one, and you're getting free throw opportunities and getting points when the clock's not moving. Simple stuff. On the Pacers, or on the, not the Pacers, the Blazers end, free throws have actually been even, which is good. 3-pointers, they've made 8. We've got to stop that. And from the field, I mean, it's a very similar game on both ends. If you're looking at the shooting numbers, they're basically the same. I mean, we've made 22 of 42, they've made 21 of 41. They've made 8 of 18 from 3, we've made 7 of 16 from 3. We've made 7 of 8 from the line, they've made 7 of 8 from the line. So it's very, very similar. Rebounds, 18 to 19. Offensive rebounds, the exact same. Assist numbers, well, we've had less. But, you know, turnovers, we've had 4, and they've had how much? 6. So it's pretty close there. I do want to have a look at the plus minus though. KD plus 13, no surprise that we're playing well when he's in the game. Clax plus 6. Sumner plus 10. Give the man minutes. Give the man minutes. Cam is somehow a plus 0. Joe Harris is a negative 6. Okay, that is completely understandable. Seth Curry's only a plus 1. But that probably tells me that Seth Curry has been able to stabilize and get the majority of his points when KD and Kyrie are on the bench. Which is a good thing, that he's in the plus. Because that's all we need from him. We need him to stabilize the offense when KD and Kyrie are out. And yeah, he's done a pretty good job. But yeah, at the moment, it's not a bad half, but obviously there's plenty of room for improvement. The number one problem is Jeremy Grant. Look at the points, the way he's getting the buckets. I mean, he's 4 of 6 from 3 and 8 of 13 from the field. He's getting to the basket and exploiting it when we don't have any size in there, and he's also knocking him down from the outside. He's just carrying over his form from the previous game. Outside of that, though, you're looking at the box score. Josh Hart has been pretty efficient, but outside of that, there's not really anyone that's been high volume or scored with efficiency. So, the key's just got to be stop Jeremy Grant and basically apply yourself the same way you did in the first half with everyone else. That's really all it comes down to. The refs are trash this year, can't be aggressive on defense. Yeah, look, we just need to... I mean, you've got to just... You can't play to the whistle and you can't play as if the refs are there. You've just got to play your way. And don't let that deter you in any way from how you apply yourself. Because if you do that, then you're basically taking away from your identity or what you pride yourself by, I do think. At least in the eyes of Jacques Vaughan, the way they apply themselves. You know, if you remove a certain way of play, then you could revert to old habits. You could just completely play outside of your identity, and that can really... what's the word? Negatively impact your ability and sort of lower the ceiling for success. Around the grounds, though, let's just have a quick look. Warriors beating Minnesota. The Pacers have just started playing the Clips. And there's a few games in a couple hours. So yeah, that's pretty much the situation at the moment. And yeah, I mean, it's an interesting first half. Let's just have a look. I'm going to start a poll, and I'm simply going to ask the question. And let's see what you will say. Just a nice little poll. Which team is going to win? Please tell me. I'm not going to tell you. The chat is going to tell you. Because the poll is simply put, who wins from here? Put your votes in, and we'll see who gets up. Because right now, I think it's a pretty tough one to pick. Pretty tough one to pick. And we'll just let that run probably until 3/4 time. So if you want to put your vote in, let us know. Share your thoughts in the chat. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We're back here tomorrow for Orlando. So if you want to stay notified, you know what to do. And it would be much appreciated. We're on the road to 1K, so slowly getting there. It's a long grind, but you know it's not going to come easily. So we've got to just keep working at it. Yeah. Man, it's a very, very weird season, though. I do have to say, it's a very, very weird season. Like right now, you look at the standings, and honestly, you still cannot get a vibe of what's going on in the league right now, like who is performing proper. Like if we look at the standings, Boston are probably the clean-cut best team in the league. And then you've got Indiana in the 4 seed, which is, I didn't think it would be sustainable, but here we are, 20 games into the year. Washington are above 500 at 10-9 and in 8th. The Nets, the Heat, and the Bulls occupy the 10 to 12 seeds in the East. And in the West, the Blazers, who we're obviously currently playing, are 8 or 11-9. The Kings are 10-8 and went on an 8-game win streak, I think. The Clippers have quietly performed. I mean, not to the best of their ability, but they're 11-9. So, given they haven't been the best and they've missed Kawhi Leonard, that's a pretty good return. Utah have also, I completely forgot about them, and they've dropped to 12-10 and probably played the most games in the league by a country mile. Golden State at 10th. Dallas are 11th, sitting at a 9-9 record. That's not even that bad. I mean, in the East, that's putting you in 9th position. And they're sitting in 11th with a 500 record. OKC, 8 wins. The Lakers, 13th. I mean, it's not ideal for the Lakers, but they're getting a bit of a run on recently, which is good for them. LeBron's back. AD is unbelievable this season. So, you know, it's an interesting one. It's a pretty interesting one, but hold on. Okay. I don't know why it's supposedly lagging. Let me know if the stream's lagging for you. And I'll see if I can do anything to rescue it, but at the moment I'm not experiencing... Not really sure what's going on. Third quarter's about to get underway. The next set of fixtures: Orlando, Washington, Toronto, Boston, Charlotte, Atlanta, and the last matchup against Indy is all going to be on this channel. Why is it lagging? That can't be right. Let me know if it's fine or it's buffering for you. Because, yeah, I'm not 100% sure on my end. But hopefully it slowly kicks back into gear. Currently, you're saying that the Blazers are going to get up. Which is an interesting call. Okay, so the third quarter kicks off. Okay, it's fine. Sweet. So Kyrie's got it early on. Kyrie for three. Got to attack. Got to attack the paint. I acknowledge you wanting to get an early break, but I'm looking for high percentage shots. Jeremy Grant's forced into a kick out. Nurkic for three is off. You got to get the rebound, man. Kyrie, please. Oh my god. We are so shit. Jeremy Grant for three is off. Nurkic with the rebound and a dunk. I mean, that is just atrocious. So fucking annoying. Kyrie to Royce. And now to Clax. Spin. Off the glass. Nice move. So Winslow the other way. KD guarding him on the outside. And Winslow, under absolutely zero pressure, just threw it out of bounds. So will be net ball. Kyrie. Clax on the wing. KD down the middle. Turn around. Miss. Josh Hart rebound. Grant. Kyrie guarding. Grant posts him up. Claxton with the block. KD in transition. Pull up is good. Excellent stuff. So Simons now. Good defense on one end leads to a bucket on the other. We're going to keep going. Who's on the court? Starting five. Nurkic. Missed the shot off the glass. And that's some good defense. That's some really good defense by... Well, on the follow-up by Royce. .1 to shoot for Portland after Nurkic did not register his shot with the rim. Oh, they're going to give it a Grant. For fuck's sake. And he missed it, but he got the rebound and no rebound. Why is Ben so shit on the glass? I know exactly what you're doing, Ambler. I know exactly what you're doing there. You're trying to bait me, but guess what? I ain't falling for it. You cheeky son of a gun. I know exactly what you're doing. Kyrie for three. Is off on it. You think you're slick. You ain't. Kyrie! Ah. You are smart. 8 out of 10 fell for it. Mate, I'm smarter than you think. Exhibit A right there. Question who we play Friday. Here it would be Saturday. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to get a foul on the floor. It's Ben Simmons picking it up. Sorry, joined late. What's up with Utah? He is still out, injured. Don't know about his return date. Simons, guarded by Kyrie, gets in the paint. Extra feed. Nurkic, force a jump. No! Simons wide open three. He missed it. Get the rebound, Ben. Yes. Ben drives. Kick out. Royce, extra feed. Clacks. And he fucking travelled. Idiots. Idiots! So, Anthony Simons to Nurkic. Handoff. Quick screen. Quick trigger. Score. It can't be that easy. So Kyrie can't be having these turnovers, these cheap turnovers. KD bodies Josh Hart, wraparound pass to Ben, and now to Kyrie. Drive and shot and score. So 64 apiece. Simons, guarded by Royce on the outside, and now Nurkic will get it. And he's going to post him up. Claxton with the steal. Royce goes to fetch. Falls into the second row. And we're going to get a stoppage. Clax has done well to interrupt Nurkic's dribble on a couple occasions. Which is well done. It's just smart play. And Royce O'Neal's come over to help a number of times, anticipating that's going to happen. Simons, that is really poor by the Blazers. Couldn't work things out late into the shot clock, and it starts with Claxton and continues with Royce O'Neal, who forced Simons into the pass whilst in the air, and it created an errant pass. So now KD in the post, guarded by Winslow. And he's going to get it with spot and shoot over two. That's a tough shot. And it's going to be Blazer ball. You've got to be smarter than that. So Simons will feed Grant again on the wing. And Kyrie's picking him up this time. Winslow just dipped into the paint with no one guarding him. And it's going to be a bucket. Blazers get the lead back. Shooting hasn't been a staple of this quarter. Kyrie, foul, and one! Let's go. Let's go, dude. I'm liking this. Kyrie ran baseline. Josh Hart, little bump. Doesn't matter. Too easy. And Kyrie got the nice little, the soft bounce. And he misses the free throw. That is poor. Poor, man. Frustrating. At least we scored a 2. Grant the other way, misses the 3. That's good. Good defense by Clax on the closeout. Kyrie, back to KD, top of the key. Yes! They got to call a timeout. 2 quick 3-pointers. And Billups says, that's enough. That's enough. And the lead is 3. So 69-66. Couple quick buckets for the Nets. Couple undisciplined plays by the Blazers. And the lead is back in our hands. So let's have a look at the box score. Let's have a cheeky little look at the box score. Hang on. Let me get the ting up. You can see this is what it's looking like at the moment. The Blazers shooting has gone down and out the window. How many points has Jeremy Grant scored in this quarter? 2 points. And I think he was shooting it at 8 of 13 in the first half. He's missed 4 shots this quarter, which is good. We've been much better defensively, much more locked in. And for us, well, we're still shooting over 50% from the field. Hasn't really dipped in either category. The bench hasn't played a minute, but the starting 5, Clax now is 11, KD's got 20, Kyrie's got 14. They're going to have to remain on pace, and Ben potentially is going to have to score a few buckets here and there. Same with Royce. I mean, when the opportunity comes, they're going to have to knock down their shots, and I back him in to do it, but we can't have shit rotations and we can't have a lapse. So it's marginally, what's the word? It's marginally responsible on Jacques Vaughan, and same goes for the players. It's going to be an all-round win if we can get up. I do think it's going to be a close game. Currently, the chat is saying that the Nets are going to get up over the Blazers. A little bit of a swing. So we're just under halfway in this quarter, and I think the score was 58-57. So we're done fairly well at the moment defensively. What do you think about Kyrie's drama? That's in the past, and I don't want to dwell on it. That is my take. The media talks about it enough. The media blows it out of proportion enough. I don't want to fuel that any further than what it's been for so many years. I just want to appreciate the on-court product. That's the whole idea of the channel. None of these bullshit Twitter arguments. Proper basketball convo. So Nurkic on the baseline. He's going to post Clax up again. Good defense. And Nurk bodies his way to the basket like he's tried to do so many times today. So Ben to Clax. Hand off to KD. Drives. Pulls up. Scores again. What he's done so many times in his career without failure, he does it again. So Simons. Switch. Claxton guarding Simons, and now Nurkic on Royce O'Neal in the post. Oh, what is that? That is not a foul, man. You are kidding. Is it O'Neal fouling Nurkic? Where is the foul? I didn't see the foul. That just looked like a blur, to be honest. So Winslow's getting free throws. I don't think he's great from the line, but he makes the first free throw and proves me wrong. So 71-69. Blazers have done pretty damn well in staying with this net outfit. The lead is now 1. So Ben to Clax. Now KD. Clax can roll. KD doesn't use him. Royce in the corner. Doesn't shoot. And shoots the floater. I don't know if that was a pass or what, but it was so badly off. Simons And now Winslow looking. Grant lost it out of bounds off Kyrie. So 5:24 to play in this third quarter. Grant to Simons. Nurkic going to be in the post on Ben. Tries to go baseline. He bounced it off his foot. That is net ball. Thank you. That's excellent stuff. Just interrupted the dribble. Ben to Clax, and now back out of KD at the logo. Clax rolls. Oh my god, he had Ben under the basket. Kyrie for three! Yes! Let's get this bread. Joe's getting ready to check in. I don't know where Seth Curry is, but they're going Joe earlier on and getting his spell out of the way earlier, which I actually don't mind. Winslow shoots a turnaround and somehow scores. Granted, he's not doing that against any other team. Ben through the legs. Kyrie trailing. It's off. Why would you do that so early in the shot clock? Grant is... How is Grant under the basket on Kyrie Irving that early in the shot clock? That's ridiculously shit. KD to Royce. Kyrie in the corner. Back out of KD. Got past the closeout. It's a wide open jumper. And it's knocked down every single time. Without failure. So we've breached the final 4 minutes. 76-74. Nurkic looking for Simons on the handoff. Now Royce is going to be on Nurkic in the post. Winslow fakes the three. Nurkic under the basket. Touch pass to Hart in the corner. Well done by Kyrie to knock it out of bounds from behind. And they're going to have about 4 seconds to shoot. Three seconds to shoot. Correct. Me. Here we go. Watford. Oh, what is that? Please get the rebound. Thank you. Ben. Trailing is KD. Joe. Please hit it. Oh my god, Joe. It's an open look. They're giving you open threes now. That's got to be so demoralizing. You're that bad at three-point shooting this year that you're not getting picked up on threes. When you're a three-point specialist. He's 2 of 19 in the last 4 games from 3. That is just over. That is an inch over 10%. 10%, bro. Simons with a tough three. And it's off. Sumner. Joe, you have another look. Hit it. And one! Come on, Joe! Finally! 3+1. At last. Man shooting 15% on the last 20 attempts. And that was a big 3. That's given us a bit of separation. 6-point lead. That's the biggest in a long, long time. If at all in this game. Watford. Winslow for 3. That's wide open. Why would you leave him open? You can always trust the Nets to just give random-ass players an opportunity. Clax is by himself under the basket, bro. KD. Joe again. Corner. Sumner. And he just nearly passed it away. KD's got a wide open 3. Top of the key. Ah. Man. Winslow. Watford That was so easy. What is Ben doing on the roll? Was not guarding the roller one bit. And just like that, the lead goes from 6-1 in very quick time, and it's going to be a timeout. I think that's all that Joe needs. If he gets confidence back in his shot, I think that'll translate over to the defensive side of the ball. If you see him missing shots, he's going to be down in the dumps. He's going to be like, man, I'm shit. Head down, and defensively won't carry himself in the way that is required of him. So I just think the key is finding shots, or finding his shot. And all fans have got to do is buy him, or he's got to buy his time, but the fans have got to give him that time. The fans have got to give him that time. Because, yeah, right now, everyone's like, trade Joe Harris, trade Joe Harris. I haven't been one of those people that have said trade Joe Harris, but I've been one of those guys that have outright said he's trash, because you can't sugarcoat it. He's been awful. He's done nothing. But given I've watched this team for X amount of years and Joe Harris has been on the team for all of them, I know what he's capable of. And casuals will be like, let me go back to the Bucks series where he threw. And that excuse has been used so many times. And granted, that was infuriating at the time, but you can't be caught up in that madness in 2022. Since the Bucks series, Joe has been bad. I mean, I could say the same about every Nets player. Because the Nets haven't reached those heights since that game, that series. So if you're going to bring that energy, then bring the same energy. Because we won, 42 games last year. And got knocked out in the first round convincingly. And you can't tell me that KD was good in that series. You can't tell me that Kyrie was good in that series. Bruce Brown was the best player in the series. And he's not even here. So I don't want to... Sure, the Joe slander is justified, but I don't want to hear it. Because yes, we know he's been shit. But let's comment on the positivity when he brings it. Rather than constantly sounding like a broken record and saying, well, he's shit. Trade him. Anyway, we're back. Went on a bit of a tangent there. Plax to Curry. They're going to give Joe the look, so use it. KD, one-on-one guarded by Shaden Sharp. He's posting up. We're going to get open looks. Curry, pump fake was effective. And it is another bucket for the Nets. 82-79, 150 to go in this third quarter. And if we can get a nice little 8-point lead going into the last, that'd be handy. But not with that defense. It's going to be an offensive foul, though. Let's go. Bit of a push-off by Watford, it looks like, on the take. That was well done. I mean, could have easily given away a foul there. And potentially was given the benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, you know. It's just a good defensive play regardless. Because we got the stop that we needed. KD for 3. Why are you shooting that? Why are you shooting that, KD? We need a sensible shot. We don't need those. We don't need that crap. Sharp. Drives baseline. Doesn't shoot. Rolls Claxton out to the outside, who's now guarding Sharp in the corner. Winslow. Please get the rebound. KD with the one-handed pluck. And now Sumner. Transition. Feed it to Joe. Why are you shooting the layup? So low percentage. That is so fucking stupid. He had Joe in the corner. He could have also rolled it to the outside, and instead he's gone for this crap contested layup over 3. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. I'm just saying that since that series it looks like Joe has lost his confidence. 100%. He hasn't been at his best for some time now. Winslow, guarded by Curry in the corner. Skip pass to Watford. Sharp for 3. He's going to hit that. No, he's not. Get the board. Get the board! Oh my god. What the fuck are they doing under the basket, man? Absolute farce. Who is under... What is Seth Curry doing, dude? That is a sorry attempt at a box out. And then he commits the foul. Get the fucking rebound. Oh, my life. Luckily, Little misses free throw 1. Are we going to go for the 2 for 1 and get off a quick shot within 4 seconds? Or are we going to hold for 1? I'd have to say hold for 1. And it looks like we are, because Seth Curry is taking his jolly good time. Let's see what the play is. KD's going to come up with the high screen. Curry is waiting to give it to KD, who's guarded by Little. He's going to drive it on him. Shoot the one-handed runner. Oh, my life. The angle was exceptional. How we got that to work. And now Winslow, guarded by Clax. He drives. We're going to get a foul on the floor. Joe's going to pick up the foul. He dropped Eubanks. And the amount of times that in this game, actually not just in this game, but overall, the amount of times we've dropped players when trying to, defend the pick and roll is fairly inexcusable. Oh! Gee, that one sat on the rim for quite some time, and it's a miss. KD's got 11 in the quarter. It's been a good 11. It's felt like the offense has been flowing much more fluently than that last quarter where he got 18 a couple of nights ago. So with 4.5 to play, there's going to be shot or time to get off a shot. He missed it. Clax, go. 2 seconds. Pass it! Oh my god, what is he doing? What the hell was he doing? Pass the ball, Clax. We could have had a shot off, and instead he's dribbled it and actually fumbled the ball out of play. I don't really know what he was thinking there, but at 3/4 time, your votes are in, and you're saying the Nets are winning 69%. And, I'm not sure if it's that lopsided, but regardless, I think it's going to be a good last quarter anyway. Let's have a look at the box score. And if I can just go here. You can see what's happening. Kyrie was a little bit quieter that quarter. KD, 26, very efficient. Seth Curry with 16 off the bench. Joe's 1 of 4. We're shooting it still pretty well. The 3-point shooting's gone down a little, but still shooting at the same volume. Still shooting the ball well. Assist number's pretty good, 21 in 3/4. And, it's fairly even. We do need Ben to get on the score sheet, and potentially Royce needs to knock down a few 3-pointers, but if we look at Portland's end, it's gone down in the shooting department. You can see Winslow's their second leading scorer. You couldn't have picked that before the game began, and Simons has got 11. All his shots made from 3. Jeremy Grant only made 1 shot from the field in that quarter, which is I did say we needed to do that if we're going to win this game. And at the moment, we're holding that promise. But once again, I think Jacques Vaughan is going to... Actually, yeah, let's have a look at the turnover number real quick. Quick check of the turnover number. It's low, though, I'm telling you. It's sitting at 5 right now. Excellent. Very happy with that. I did say we're winning if we keep it under 12. Shit, I need to reset the clock. Okay, we're good. Last quarter's begun. Hold on. Okay. Blazers got it. Grant drive. Shoot over Royce. Miss the layup. Get the rebound. Yes. Transition op. Curry for 3. Ah. No good. Probably not the right look. I reckon you just had to wait for the troops to get back because the Blazers covered it pretty well. Simons. Drive. Good work, Joe. 4. Oh, that is excellent. I thought that was off Simon's leg. That was excellent defense by Joe. 3.4 seconds on the clock. Simons is going to have to shoot it. Shoots the 3. Oh, fucking course he got it. That was excellent defense by Joe. Of course, a side out. Joe! Ah, for God's sake. How on earth? They always get lucky breaks, man. Make some tough shots. Grant, kick out to Watt or Shaden Sharp. It's a foul on Curry. I don't know where the foul is, but whatever. I may be forced to employ my chant. And if you know, you know. A chant that has followed itself from last season into this season. Jeremy Grant guarded by Joe on the wing. Grant, pass forced, good turnover. Joe, excellent defense again. Ben, quick transition pass to absolutely no one. What are you doing? Shoot the ball, Ben. Shoot it. %69% are wrong. Blazers are going to beat the Nets. I don't know. We've got to fucking be smart with the ball. That was a transition opportunity and Ben's just thrown it away. No other team would do it like that. Simons, drive on Joe. Extra feed. Eubanks. Good work. Kyrie, another turnover for Portland. Beautiful pass. Curry. Yes. Timeout. Blazers. It's not even 9 a.m. yet, and I'm already this loud and G'd up. My goodness gracious. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. We're back here tomorrow for Nets Orlando. At the moment, though, we're living in the present. And we're worrying about this game. Some very good defense to start the quarter. Some very good defense to start the quarter. I have to tell you. Joe Harris has been awesome. Seems like he's brought a little bit more energy in this second half when he's been on the court. Much more of a positive factor than the first half when he was basically a non-existent statue. Or he was a statue when non-existent. But right now, we're just forcing turnovers. With the active hands, interrupting dribbles and whatnot. It's good vibes. Trade Joe for Max Strus. I mean, the Heat are never agreeing to that, ever. Sure, it's going to benefit us, but is it going to benefit the other team? Why would they do that? Why would anyone accept Joe for anything at this point? At the moment. His value's got to go back up. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Nets are doing something called the Simba Cam. The Simba Cam. And they elevated the Barclays Center security guard in the air. I rate that. Oh my god. Some dad with his kid. I'm a diehard Nets fan for 20 years just hoping they win a title. I mean, if there's going to be an opportunity to do it, it's probably now. But we got to get a win against the Blazers before we make the playoffs. We're 1-2 against the Pacers, for God's sake. And we want to win a title. Got to get our shit sorted first. Because it's borderline intolerable, these losses. Shout out, bro, watching from the Philippines. Philippines got a mad audience for NBA. So, grouse that we can reach out. It's the power of the internet in getting to all parts of the globe. Wherever you are in the world, welcome if you're new. Kevin Durant's been on the pine for these few minutes. It's going to be interesting to see how long he's on the bench because obviously we are on the first night of a back-to-back. Simons, Nurkic, and now Simons again. Grant, guarded by Royce, spin move, and that's a tough shot. So they've basically got their starting lineup in. Well, they've got their three best players on the floor. Jeremy Grant, Simons, and Nurk are going to be playing like the full 12. They're going to be cooked by the end. Curry, that's an easy layup. Well done, Seth. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of the game. My voice is dead. Grant, screen, and now Ben's guarding him on the outside. Royce on Nurkic in the paint. He needs help. Nurkic lost the ball, got it back, and of course fucking scored off the glass. He's just too big. Just too big. Curry again. Had the player in the air. Yes! Woo! Seth Curry, I said at halftime, it's not going to be sustainable his shooting. And boy, oh boy, is he proving me wrong. Transition. Simmons. Curry. Cross-court pass to Kyrie. Guarded by Simons. Bodies his way to the paint. Extra feed. Simmons. Kick out. Joe! Oh my god! Such a good look. You can't be any more wide open. You can't be any more wide open. Fucking hell. Oh my life. Joe. The roof would have taken lift off if he scored that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Seth Curry is unbelievable, and on the flip side, Joe is compensating for Seth being good by being shit. Josh Hart, they've got their starting five back in early. Jeremy Grant, good defense. Good defense. Josh Hart, 3 is off. Good defense. Push the pace. Royce! It's a foul on Nurkic. Royce gets up a little bit slow. Our defense in this quarter has been exceptional. They've made some shots, but for the most part, they have found basically everything difficult and rushed. Oh, Royce, man. Make the free throw, dude. I've had the opportunities to, break the game open. And whilst Portland can't make shots, you've got to capitalize. Royce makes free throw number 2. KD is still on the pine. And the lead is 6. So we've actually done well here in this quarter. Winslow. And now Simons. To Hart. Nurkic. Oh, no. Extra feed to Jeremy Grant for 3. He's off. Good defense. Push the pace. You got open numbers. And, of course, a turnover. Why do we always stuff up transition? Every time. Grant to Nurkic. Ben, you don't need to pick him up on the outside. Go and help. Winslow misses the hook shot. And we're going to get a foul. And this is excellent defense in this quarter. I mean, I can't speak highly enough. Mind you, Blazers aren't making the same shots they were making in the first half, but equally, help defense, active hands, all those little things are helping us in the long run. Seth Curry again. Nope. He shoots it. Oh! Pack him up and send him home. That is going to age absolutely terribly, but I don't care. I said it anyway. Simons. Guarded by Kyrie. The defense. Oh, what is that? That was nearly a turnover as well. Seth Curry, I mean, tightly guarded by Simons, was like, should I shoot this? Yeah, I'm going to shoot this. And rest is history. And with KD off the floor for the best part of half a quarter, we actually buffered our lead at a little bit of cushioning. And now the lead is 9. I cannot stress enough how we cannot go into ISO mode. Cannot go into ISO mode in this last 6 minutes. 96-87. KD picks up a foul immediately upon return. They're now in the bonus. We have to remain disciplined. Jeremy Grant. Nurkic in the post on Ben. Good defense. Oh, that's a tough shot. And we're just going to exceed the halfway point right about now. The lead is 7. Ben looking for a pass. Kyrie cut down the lane, and he's going to get a foul in his favour. And it will be free throws for Kyrie. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to show your support in more ways than one. Like and subscribe if you're new. We're back tomorrow, so stay notified. I mean, that pass to Kyrie needed as much precision as possible. And, well, fairly good execution. Kyrie to the line, and the first free throw is good. We've done a much better job of getting to the free throw line and being more aggressive. I've just noticed this last quarter we've carried ourselves in such a different way than we did last game. Obviously conceded 40 points in the third quarter, or in the last quarter last game. And this game we've only conceded 9 in 6 minutes. So we've got to keep the same energy the rest of the way. Jacques Vaughan had to have said that in the before the fourth started. And it's got to be in the back of the players' minds. Anyway. Keep it going. What the fuck is this bullshit, man? Every single time KD gets in the post with Nurkic, it's a foul. Every time KD is in the post with Winslow, it's not a foul. And I'm seeing the exact same shit that I see KD subjected to on a regular basis. Regardless, it's 98-90. We got to be more disciplined, though. That is the problem. You can't bail the Blazers out of their poor shooting in this last quarter by sending them to the free throw line. Nurkic goes 1 of 2, and we've got 5 or so minutes to play. Seth Curry again! Oh! It rimmed out. God damn it, dude. That was close. Rattled around the rim. And now Grant, guarded by Nurkic again. Grant. Good Ben. Tips that one out of play. And there's 10 seconds for the Blazers to work with on the shot clock here. So Claxton is going to come back in and he's going to retrieve Seth, who has been excellent. 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 Very, very good minutes. And now we just need to close out and not ensure that this is a wasted performance. 3 seconds to shoot. 2 seconds. Clax. Good defense. Sent Nurkic to the floor, and now we have the ball. KD. Of course it's an ISO. Here we go. Nope, it's not. Claxton. Oh, that was such a good move. Except the finish. That was a pretty complete play. And now the Blazers. Simons shoots over Claxton. Tough shot is off. Nurkic rebound. Missed the layup. It's going to be a foul, and Nurkic picks it up. And that is a sensible foul, but at the same time, it sort of bailed us out. Could have been in a little bit of a sticky situation, as is usually the case when getting defensive rebounds. So, I'm going to do another poll, as is the case, and we're going to do a simple poll. Who is the player of the game? And look, there's probably 2 options. And I'm gonna... Yeah. There's only 2 options. Actually, I'm gonna add a 3rd option. We're gonna be very inclusive of the community. We're gonna add a Portland player. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's see what you people are saying. Who is player of the game? Put your thoughts in the chat. Let's have a little look. A little gaze, a little look. Let's see what you're all saying. You could say it's Kevin Durant. You could say it's Seth Curry. You could say it's Jeremy Grant. Although at the moment, I mean, the initial consensus is that it is Seth Curry who is the player of the game, but put your thoughts in the chat. We will look at the box score at the end of the game. We will also look at the vote winner at the end of the game, and we'll discuss all there is to it to close out. But right now, the lead is currently sitting at about 8, and it is quite comfortable, I have to say. So we've got 4:30 to play. The game is not over by any stretch. But this quarter has been... It's been a very... What's the word? A very hard fought out quarter. We've scored only 14 points. And usually that would have us down. But our defensive play in this last quarter has been exceptional. We've conceded only 10 points in 7.5 minutes. Now the key is to just maintain the intensity. And this is like a much smaller scale to what we did in the other game, or last game. We did well for 3 quarters, and then we stuffed up in the last quarter. This game, or this quarter, we've done well for three quarters of it. It's this last quarter that we need to we need to work hard. Can't take the foot off the gas. And now it's in our hands. We've got an 8-point lead. We've got the ascendancy. All we need to do is be smart and get high percentage looks. Seth Curry is in. KD for 3. Yes! Woo! Finally, a double-digit lead. This is more comfortable than I have ever felt in a long time. Watching a Nets game. Simons gets past KD. Good help defense. Royce took a shot to the nuts, but still got the block anyway. Or it was a foul. I don't know which one. But Royce is really sore in the nuts. Or is it in the adductor? Nope, it's just a nut shot. 15 threes in this game. It's huge. Oh, we got a knee to the nuts. That is so bad. That's brutal. Oh, right in the screws, mate. That is disgusting. It's a foul. So, probably good in a way because he's actually got time to regroup and Simons misses free throw number 1. So Simons, second free throw is good. So Kyrie brings it up. KD, top of the key, guarded by Simons. Drive, shoots at the elbow, and misses. I can't help but think that is not the right shot. Do not fall into isolation patterns, please. Blazers are going to call a timeout. 3:27 to play in the game. Let's have a look at the box score now, and this can help inform your decision for player of the game. Currently, it looks like it's a 2-man race for it. Let's have a look at the box score. You can see our shooting splits are pretty good. Let's have a look at the stats. Seth Curry, my guy, has 27 and 7 made threes. Wow. Ben Simmons has done everything but shoot the ball. Kyrie's got 19. KD's got 29. Very good game by him. And he's hit his threes at a good rate. For the Blazers, well, they're shooting it much worse. And you can see Grant's shooting has fallen off in this second half. 2 of 8 from the field, but a couple other players have chipped in. Nurkic is 14 and 14. Perhaps he was a little bit of an outlier in terms of who's going to be the player of the game. But we've got a few minutes to play. All we need to do is get a couple of stops and this game is over. We've just got to get a couple of stops and this game is over. And also maybe score a bucket or 2. If we don't come up scoreless, we'll win. And that's a big if. Because it always seems like we fall into a bit of a late game slump. Anyway, they're going to have to operate quickly here, the Blazers. Got some ground to make up. Grant, I thought, lifted his foot. Tough shot. Well done, KD. What's going on? So they fouled Claxton. And they're going to make him shoot free throws. They're going to make Claxton shoot free throws. So they're going to give us no opportunity to shoot the ball and have a chance of scoring and send the worst percentage free throw shooter to the line. He misses number 1. I think you have to send, well, Ben or Claxton. Who would you rather have at the free throw line? I'd say Ben. Clax is 3 of 6 at the line. He's 41% on the year. And he makes the second. That's good. Every point is vital. 102.91. Simons. Trying to drive on Claxton. Forced into a pass. Winslow catch and shoot threes off. KD is surely getting fouled. Oh, come on! What a joke! KD gets no fucking whistles. What is this? How do you come to that conclusion? Where is... Oh, my life. I can't be arsed, man. Oh, Jesus. Fucking Christ. It is so annoying. Oh, God. KD having a little bit of a tantrum on the floor. Me acting as if I didn't have a tantrum of my own. Gee, that's a very, very, very smart play by Jacques Vaughn. He sent Claxton to the bench, and as much as it could provide vulnerability on the rebounding, it will prevent them from trying to intentionally foul, and Nurkic misses the free throw. It's a 10-point game, final 3 minutes, Royce O'Neal has it. KD's going to get it. They go into a switch. Royce comes up for another screen, and now Nurkic and Grant double. Royce, Kyrie, ice the game. Yes! Woo! Surely the game's over now. Surely. So Grant, one-on-one with Kevin Durant, shoots over the top, bad shot. Kyrie with the rebound, and he's going to slow things right down. All we need to do is get a bucket, and that should put the game in the bin. Kyrie, Royce, back to Kyrie, guarded by Nurkic. Top of the key! There's 2 minutes left. We've got to get a stop. Nurkic. They've got to move quick. Post up Joe, and that's a score. That's 1 bucket for them. Whoops. Okay, so the clock is going to stop every time there's a score in the final 2 minutes. The paint is wide open. I think you have to drive it. You have to drive it, KD. Drive it. Excellent idea. Excellent. That is the smartest thing KD could have done in that situation. Man's heard me. You had an open lane. All he needed to do was drive it. Try and get past the defender. That would have worried him out of it and potentially creates a foul. It did on this occasion. And now we're in a pretty comfy position with free throws up 11, 126 to play. And this is the dream. Free throw 1 is good. 106.94. We've, after conceding 40 points in the last game, we've conceded 14 points in this game. Joe's going to check out, and I think Clax is coming back in. Joe's got a smile on his face. That's all we need to see. Just like we gave time with Ben, well, we actually didn't. We were very impatient. You've got to give Joe time to also find his shot. Because he's getting so many open looks. I mean, once he starts knocking them down, defenses are going to have their hands full. Simons, tough isolation. He misses the shot. Seth Curry with the rebound. And this is going to do it. Excellent performance in the last quarter. It was anyone's game to win. We've found a way. And it's all been on the defensive side. Curry drive. Off the glass. Oh! The angle. Lead is 15. Josh Hart in the corner, wide open. And he missed it. Royce O'Neal with the rebound. And he's just going to dribble the clock out, you would think. Royce, please pass the ball. Pass the ball. I don't need you to get a turnover. Yes, let's go. Three seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll do the shot clock and the game. Well, we've got 21.7. That is a huge win. Huge win. We go into Orlando tomorrow. And look, we didn't have to... Oh, why would you shoot that? That's so depressing. There we fucking go. Excellent win. Oh, and Royce, thank you for helping me on the fantasy front. An extra 2 points equals buckets. Portland are getting ahead of themselves. There's 1.7 on the clock, and they're already walking on the court. That'll do it. 111-97. Finally, a win. Woo! Thank God for that. Put your votes in the chat and your post-game thoughts about the game in the chat. Put your contributions in the poll as well. Currently, Seth Curry is leading. Great job, bro, with the stream. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. We're back here tomorrow, by the way. So make sure to subscribe in order to stay notified and like the show if you did enjoy. If you want to hang around for a little bit longer, we're going to have a look at the box score. Just quickly, and then we will piss off. Let's have a look. Box score time, baby. And you can see, well, Jeremy Grant, 11 of 24 first half. He was 8 of 13. So the fact we only conceded 3 field goals to him is a positive. Nurkic, was very tough to contain, but ultimately couldn't have enough of a drastic difference, or couldn't serve as the drastic difference maker. Anthony Simons, shot the ball very inefficiently. Justice Winslow had a pretty good game, but if we just look at the shooting numbers, 44% from the field, 36% from 3. All the numbers went down, and we did say at halftime, in order for us to win this game, part of the solution was going to be stopping Jeremy Grant while simultaneously keeping all the other Blazers at bay. And apart from Nurkic, I think I can say we did that. On the Nets front, you can see KD with 31 again on good efficiency. Excellent job. Royce O'Neal, quiet game. Clax, 12 and 7. Had some big buckets in there. Kyrie with 22, and he started very slow, but to his credit, hit some big shots off the ball and, did what he had to do. I think this is the best way that Kyrie can contribute. Because he's not playing on the ball, he's not prone to turnovers, he's just getting open catch and shoots, and he's also being able to drive to the basket off the catch. Ben Simmons with 12 rebounds, 8 assists and 2 points. That's a very Draymond Green stat line, but contributed pretty well. Joe Harris hit 1 3, and it was a pretty big 3 at the time that got our lead out to about 6, I think. And I think since that point we didn't look back. But Seth Curry, the man of the moment, he's had a couple games off the bench. I think that's where he's best suited. He's had a couple of games off the bench where he's just been absolutely lights out. He scored 29 points, 7 threes, 11 of 15 overall. Highly efficient, and in a game where Royce and Ben weren't really holding up their end of the bargain, we needed someone off the bench to provide that spark. And outside of the other 3 guards that came on the court, he was a very clear number 1. You can see the shooting splits as well. really maintained themselves from the beginning to the end. At halftime, we said we needed to really ensure that we were able to maintain those numbers. We did. The assist number gradually increased as the game wore on, and that's what we needed to win also. We couldn't have moments where we stopped and went into ISO ball, and luckily for us, we never really were forced into that or felt the pressure of doing that. And if we look at the free throw numbers, you can see we've had 18 and they've had 22. So obviously not going to the line at a super high volume, but keeping the Blazers off the line. And that was a bit of a concern, seeing, they've got Nurkic and those kind of players on the team. Another big thing, turnovers. I remember they had about 9 or 8 at three-quarter time, I think. They ended with 13. And with us, I did say three-quarter time, we keep that number under 12, that turnover number, we're winning the game. And we only had 7 for the entire game. And, that really rounds out what was an excellent performance. But I think the big thing to extract out of this game is the fact that we defensively looked locked in. Defensively looked locked in. Only conceded 17 points in that last quarter. That's exactly what we needed. Especially after that last game, where we conceded 40. Just plays getting involved with active hands, big rebounds, forcing offensive fouls, breaking out in transition, hitting big shots. That was really the recipe to success in this last quarter, and that's where all the separation came from. It was pretty close for the entire game until that last quarter where the separation was needed, and the result speaks volumes about how we were able to, dominate in that last quarter. So, very, very good job by the fellas. Very good job, and we needed a response, and once again, we've proven that we can respond and learn from our mistakes in the next game, but it is about going on a good strong run of form, because we've got an opportunity here. You can see on my right, the Magic, the Wizards, the Raptors, the Celtics, the Hornets, and the Hawks are next, and beyond that is the Pacers. So outside of maybe the Celtics, which I don't think we win, we are in with a very good shot against every single one of those teams. And we have to go on a very consistent run of form here. Because good basketball teams win games against opponents that are worse. And granted, I'm not saying some of those teams are worse than us, because the record would suggest that, they're better than us, some of those opponents. But we've got to be locked in. We've got to be ready to go. We'll be back here tomorrow. A little bit later than usual, or later than today, which is good, because I am partially sleep deprived. But, it was worth it. We got to win. We'll be back here tomorrow. Make sure to drop a like if you did enjoy this stream, and subscribe if you're new, so you're notified. But that'll do it. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It was a good stream. I didn't let the emotions take hold of me as much as yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever. But yeah, it was a good stream. Thanks for your engagement in chat, via the polls, via the comments, via everything, the support. Thank you, as always, and we'll see you tomorrow, where hopefully we back up this good performance with another equally strong showing. So thank you. Have a good one. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.